This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another quick video. It's always quite quiet coming towards the end of August 2023. The way I look towards August, well, August, any month really. What I tend to do is I try and get a few 2-year-olds ahead of Royal Ascot to steer me through really the rest of the 2-year-old pattern races this season. And then it's just a matter of tying up any loose ends really in the St Ledger trials for Classic Watch 2023, and then moving on to the 2-year-old pattern races ahead of trying to find any Classic Watch 2024 possibles. The site, as people can see on screen now, has got some Australian horses already on it, just to tide people over. Classic Watch 24.great/site.net is the website. Right, what we're going to do quickly now is talk about a subject that really I do think needs tackling, not just in horse racing, but in society. The subject of the craft, horse racing, Freemasonry. I mean, people only need to look with their eyes really to see the damage that these people have done on this planet. And they've got a record for it. This has been going on for 200, 300, or 400 years with their wars, their fake currencies, things like that, But horse racing to me is just full of these people. You can tell that the secrecy in horse racing is one of the biggest giveaways, really. The fact that there is a lot of Freemasons hiding in horse racing, and it's something that is just never talked about. Another thing, another identifier people will be able to see the fact that they are watching really just Masonic drama is the lack of criticism from within the horse racing media of horse racing people. You just will not see it. They will never say, "Oh, that jockey gave that him an atrocious ride. That jockey can't train horses," that sort of thing. But what they will do is they will praise the same person when they do well. What a fantastic ride! What a magnificent training performance! That is a massive indicator of good report in Freemasonry, defending a brother in their absence. So, what I try to do, I'm of the view really that for humanity to prosper on this earth, Freemasonry needs finishing. That's just a fact in my view. So I try and get Freemasons talking about the craft as much as I can, which brings me on to a Freemason. Well, I think he's a Freemason called Simon Knott. I mean, I'd never heard of the man until he started to interview racing Freemasons and putting them over, giving them good report. And I found a thread where he was trying to get lined up with another who I consider to be a Freemason, Tony Calvin, who is I don't know what he is, media Freemason, horse racing Freemason. I don't know how you describe these people. They seem to offer absolutely nothing to the sport, yet they seem somehow to have credibility and have a celebrity, even is more of a word. There's so many of these characters about. What they try and do is they try and sell their own tips to people, but they don't. I don't think they know anything about horse racing. Personally, I think they're given outcomes from the higher ups to disseminate, to give themselves credibility, and then once people have accepted their credibility, then the games can start. They can sell people anything. Very dangerous people. So I saw that there was some sort of a video going around where this man would answer questions. So I decided to leave a question about Freemasonry in horse racing and asked the man what he thought about Freemasonry in racing. Did he think that a Freemasonry, that horse racing would be more transparent and more credible if these people weren't allowed to hide in the sport and get up to their craftiness And lo and behold, as you'll see in this next clip here, he actually answered it. Please stay tuned. Hello, everybody.
Money that it's like, say, beating the price.
Right. Okay. This is another fella. Follow the belly. He seems to have a bee in his bonnet about this particular subject I know absolutely nothing about. How much of a problem do you think Freemasonry is in horse racing? Do you think it'd be more transparent if people in racing had to declare that they were a Freemason or not?
I love that, actually. They're probably all the hierarchy are probably all Tories, but they never come out and say so these days. I don't know why that is. There's definitely kind of like a racing clique of in the press room. Like I said, they tend to get all the BHA gigs and the JCR gigs and all the other kind of like juicy presenting gigs and stuff like that. So I suppose that is a form of Freemasonry. Yeah, there is a kind of like a well protected hierarchy in the press room, shall we say? Freemason. I like the Freemasonry angle. Yeah, I quite like that.
Right. So well. Anyway, Andrea.
A truly incredible answer, though. I do feel. I mean, how can he get from Freemasonry to the Conservative Party in one sentence? You know, the brother is trying to throw people off the scent straight away, while at the same point agreeing with the comment, agreeing with the question. You know, it's a very good strategy he uses here. Yes, I agree with the question. Yes, but then there's not very little truth in the answer he actually gave. He went on a tangent about the Tories. I mean, the Tories are no more or less riddled with Freemasonry than every single organised political party on this planet. But yet he wanted to get away from Freemasonry and divide them on class between Tories and Labour. Very disingenuous, I think. The bit about the racing media at the end is obviously true. You know, there is when he goes on about a form of Freemasonry, you know, there's Freemasonry. You know, people only need to try and deal with the Freemasons that run the media of horse racing. You know, we've had no end of trouble with these people attacking our content, trying to say that they own our content when they don't. That sort of thing, you know. And it's all really about censorship and controlling of narratives. But yeah, I thought this is very interesting, the fact that little old Newman here has managed to get two Freemasons inside horse racing to discuss Freemasonry on a public forum. And the best bit about the video, I think, is Simon Knott. He goes out of his way before he even asks the question to say he knows nothing about it, which to me is nonsense. That man would not be where he is now if it wasn't for his crafty brothers pulling him up. I mean, I've watched one or two of his videos, and well, what can you say? It's just Masonic promote. It's just one Freemason promoting other Freemasons without any shadow of a doubt. No one will be able to convince me otherwise. Unless the videos, they don't serve any purpose. You know, why would people waste their time watching them? A bit like these videos, people would say, you know. But to me, it seems obvious to me that there is a lot of Freemasonry in racing, and it was absolutely fantastic to be able to pull two of them out of the shadows and shine a light on them, even if it was only for around a minute and a half. Right, I'm going to wrap up this video now. Thank you very much for supporting the video. Thank you very much for supporting the channels as you do. It's all very much appreciated. Maybe the next, we're moving forward. I don't know. We've got plenty of time. You know, we've got a couple of Ledger trials coming up soon. Races like the Voltager, and you've got the Irish St Ledger trial where you might find an older horse. We're going to stick to 3-year-olds. I'm not going to put Vauban on Classic Watch 2023. All right, it's not going to happen. Even though it could easily turn up and win the Irish Ledger, we're looking at 3-year-old classic crops. And the same for the French Ledger. moving forward. Looking back, what did we have yesterday? Another most disappointing run of her career, really, from Pearls and Rubies. That was very poor yesterday. The horse even looked to me to be shying away a little bit. And for a horse on its what was that now, fourth run, I don't know. It didn't look as though it wanted to really battle yesterday a lot, which to me is disappointing. But Henry Longfellow continued his rise up the march. We've now got a couple of beautifully bred Group 2 2-year-old winners in City of Troy and Henry Longfellow. We've just got to hopefully they will continue to go through the ranks. Ramatuel will bid for Group 1 glory this afternoon, trying to follow Bucanero Fuerte down the same path. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Take care, everybody, and look after yourselves.